Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well as we move further into our home-based learning. Today I thought I would speak to you about the importance of routines. And the information that I'm going to share with you is from two sources. One is from AHA Parenting and the other is from my own experience as a mother. My experience of working long distance with my two daughters who are in lockdown in two different countries. And I think, as many of you know, I was the head of ISS during the SARS epidemic several years ago. So what I'm going to talk about comes from very much these kind of resources. I learned as a mother when my children were very small during SARS. One was 3 years old and the other was 5, almost 6, that routines are really, really important. And why are they important? It's because in a situation of uncertainty and ambiguity, those routines help to give children and ourselves a sense of control over the situation that to a very large extent is not really controllable. And so I found that having some kind of a fixed schedule worked really, really well. And so I had a fixed schedule for school days and I had a fixed schedule for weekends as well. So what would a schedule look like? On a school day, I recommend that the children and young adults start their day pretty much at the normal time. And you can see that we've designed our home-based learning to really do very much that. There are check-ins, there's kampong time, there's all sorts of things going on to make sure that we all come together as a school at the normal time. And then it's important that during the school day, during home-based learning, that there is time for breaks and exercise, a proper lunch break, some more breaks in the afternoon, and then in the evening that we make time for those fun activities, those free time activities that we all like to engage in. And if that routine is followed to the best extent possible, I think it really helps to give students a sense of security. And likewise on non-school days. I know it's very difficult to do many of the things that we do on a weekend or on holidays. But if we do have a fixed schedule that's agreed upon in advance, perhaps we have breakfast together at this time, then we do this activity together, then we have lunch, then we maybe have some free time and some free space. That's really important too. And I want to emphasize this idea of giving students some space as well to do their own activities. When I talked to my daughter in Scotland, who is now in lockdown for almost the 3rd week, she said to me what was really important to her is to have that time in the day when she can do exactly what she needs to do to maintain a sense of being centered and comfortable and secure. For her, that means either playing one of the instruments that she plays, singing, or listening to music. That can be many things. For me, it means going out for a long run. That's how I maintain a sense of being centered and being in control as well. So I think we need to work with our children to work out what is it that they actually need. So this leads on to the idea of self-care, of taking care of ourselves and building that into a daily routine. And of course, within all of that is caring for others as well. I was part of a very inspirational webinar this morning with heads of school from the ERCOS region. That's the East Asia regional area of schools. And we were working with an educational psychologist who talked very much about people's ability to deal with ambiguity and uncertainty. And he talked about all of us having different tolerance levels, and for us to go through various cycles of feeling insecure, uncertain, and so on. And so we need to be aware of how other people are feeling. We need to understand when our friends, our colleagues are having a bad day. And we really need to be kind and caring to each other. And if we do that as a community, we will all come out stronger at the end of all of this. And we will ourselves have strengthened our resilience to cope with uncertainty. So let's get these routines going. And on that note, I'm off for a very long run. Have a wonderful long weekend, and we'll touch base again next week.